3, 2,
1.
0.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dewmonic Abyss channel. I'm joined here today by my co-host Maddie, the lovely Theories Plus vlog. And today we have an interview with someone who was at one point possibly the most infamous person in the Rockafire community. We have Pete Foxx on the line.
For the one and the only Peter Keys, Pete Foxx, Pistol Fox, Wesley Scott, Pete Foxx, Peter Keys, Fox Fox. Woo! Nice to have you here, sir.
That's great. I just let that myself.
You're gonna have to repeat that. Your microphone is very toaster-like.
Nice
So
to be here too, honestly.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you hear me now? I'm trying to get closer to my microphone.
yeah, try to talk a little bit louder. I don't know, maybe that'll help.
I got you.
So me and you have a lot of history. I mean, I think at one point you were telling people you wanted to hire a hitman on me.
Yeah, I was.
So was that like a genuine feeling at the time? Did you actually have like hitman connections, or were you just like saying that out of anger?
Well, I was just squeaking the tank. It's so bullshit, dude.
I was about to say, like, what hitman do you know?
Did you
You get
also
the
wish?
Mr. Beast
Did you,
hitman on me?
did you also wish for him to get raped and help for him to drop the soap and get also raped again while in jail?
No, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, honestly. I used to say a lot of unhinged things.
Yeah, you said a lot of
Right.
edgy shit back then.
Yeah, I was like, I was an edgelord dude. I think it was kind of stupid.
Well, it's still nice to see that you're trying to work yourself onto the right track. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So to directly address the elephant in the room, 2021 was definitely a very down bad year for you. I mean, we called you
Right.
Pedo Fox at the time because there was genuinely a point where like minors and catfish accounts were coming out with Instagram posts about you like every other week.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually insane.
Thank God I didn't go forward with any of that, because I could have ended myself in a lot more trouble than I already did.
Yeah, honestly, you were really lucky to not have ended up in jail over a lot of the stuff that came out.
And that's why, I decided, why am I doing this? I could make my life so much more worse. Why not make it better? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason to be doing that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, bro.
Do you like understand where the community was coming from, like
Oh, of
sending you
course.
that amount of hate?
I, of course, understand. It's totally valid. I mean, I don't even care if the videos about me are still up. It's just things that happen. It's the past, though, we can move on from that, and luckily, I have been able to.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you're trying to date 15-year-olds or, like, you're telling people, send me nudes or I'm going to blow my brains out. I think at one point you even pretended you were your mom and you wrote
Yeah.
this, like, suicide note on Instagram.
Or paying people $20 a month to date you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can imagine why the community would be pretty upset with you.
Oh, yeah, I do.
So what exactly brought you to that point? Like, what made you think this was acceptable behavior to do online?
To be fair, I genuinely don't know. I guess I just didn't know how to talk to people. I guess maybe I wouldn't want to blame it on autism, but I don't genuinely know. I guess I was just unhinged. I guess I wasn't socialized enough. So I don't know what it was. But if it was, I'm glad it's gone.
And I mean, I think you were like 18, 17 around that time.
17.
Yeah. I know that is a tough transitional period for like a lot of people because you're trying to figure out what it's like to be an adult for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes there's like a lot of pressure for you to succeed in choosing your career path, or, you're trying to find love and trying to make something out of your life.
Yeah, it's still not excusable for what I did, but yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. And I mean, like, that was definitely one very horrible year for you. And I imagine it is going to leave this dirty stain on your life. Like, most people remember you as Pedo Fox. But that doesn't mean, like, you can't turn things around and, like, dedicate the rest of the 50, 60 years you have left alive on this planet to actually do good.
I've got a lot of my old friends. Some of my old friends have come back, honestly, and I don't care if I have haters, because I have friends.
Wait, excuse me. Are you saying that Pete Fox is going to live until he's like 60 or 70 years old?
Well, you got to lose the weight before you get to that point.
You never know. He could live to 100.
Wow, really?
No
Probably.
way.
The technology of the future.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And yeah, it is definitely a tough road to redemption. Like, there are people that may never forgive you, and honestly, like, it's the right to. Like, the things you did in 2021 have had some very serious effects on people, especially the minors involved.
It's
I
left
don't
the
care
big
if people
poops.
don't forgive me, honestly. People
It's
can
left the
hate me,
big.
and rightfully so.
It's left a big poop stain on your career, basically.
That sure has.
Really, the best thing you can do is continue that path of self-improvement and wanting to do more good in the world, like leave a positive impact on more people than all the negative impact you've had on these people back in 2021.
Of course. Yeah, I know some people will forgive me, but that's okay. That's just how life is. Not everyone's gonna like it.
So what's one big thing you've learned from that drama back then?
Let me think. Well, one big thing I've learned is, well, don't mess with people you're not supposed to mess with. AKA, don't talk to people you shouldn't be talking to. Don't be tempted to do things that you shouldn't do.
Okay, so do you still talk to minors to this day? Okay.
I don't.
Like, you
I'll
cut
give it
most
up.
of those people off?
I've cut a lot of people off. A lot of people cut me off, too.
Reasonably so.
And
And yeah, I was even saying that earlier. Like, I noticed you haven't been involved in nearly as much controversy as you were back then.
I really tried, man.
You haven't been involved in anything, period. Like, you just kind of disappeared, poof, gone, disappearo, abracadabra.
I kind of left the internet. I just kind of left forever, and I came back. I think I did like a meme page for a while. Yeah, and it was, I think, it was honestly a great experience to get off of there and realize what I was doing and where I need to. I'm on track to get a good job that can pay $40,000 a year.
That's pretty good.
And I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, and like one area where I've given you credit is that you aren't afraid to own up to the things you've done. Like, you've actually put out that apology video. As much as we goofed on it back in the day, like, I don't know what you were doing there with the concept unification music and the
that's not a thing
VHS
like
filter.
That's not a thing not a lot of like Rockafire Chuck E. Cheese fans would do if they did anything wrong. For example, Piccolov, she hasn't put on an apology video yet. What's the goddamn apology video?
Yeah, none of the Mafia members have uploaded any type of apology video or made any public post acknowledging what they've done.
Apologize for the fact they're alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they act the way they do. Like, it's funny. If you go look at the old videos on the website, they used to be really close to that when I created engineering, and then like something must have happened. I don't know exactly what, but something happened, and it's just horrible because they act terribly to these people now. They used to be best friends with.
Oh yeah, Travis fell off horribly. Like, at one point, people regarded him as like the leader of the Rockafire community.
It's all about, in my personal opinion, it's all about power, how much like you can gain like a following in this community, about singing funny little guys that perform on a giant stage with hydraulics and air flowing through inside of them.
Actually, it's pneumatics.
Actually, it's pneumatics.
So Pete, you said at one point like you were friends with Piccolov. How exactly did all of that happen, and how did things sour between you two?
Yeah, what did she say? Don't leave any details out.
Well, it's kind of hard to. I don't remember it well. We met on Instagram and we just talked. We talked a lot, and then like she found out about me and started feeling, oh, I don't want to be your friend anymore. So that's the best way I can explain to y'all that we weren't friends long.
Were you actually simping for her at one point?
I wasn't simping. But we were friends at one point, yes.
Mm-hmm.
My man got a thing for that flatty patty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at one point you bought these license plates that had her name on it or something?
Yeah. Well, no, it was because she was going to come with me to when I was going to go to creative engineering.
So you actually she agreed to go to creative engineering with you at the time?
Yeah, and that was before she was with Travis.
Right. So did she say it was like a date, or did you just ask to go as friends?
We were just friends, and I found it at the license plate thing. I found out at the beach, and the reason why I picked that up is because Aaron is from my town, and I thought I'd pick one up for him, like that souvenir.
Mm-hmm.
That I ended up studying too.
And I think she blames you for the reason her creative engineering tour got canceled. What was the story behind that? Because I know she likes to twist things a lot.
She was planning on stealing things from the building.
Wait, she was planning on stealing things?
Yeah, she was planning on stealing things from the building. I think specifically documents.
To be fair, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Documents, you said?
Yeah, documents based off of, I think, the mechanical workings of the Rockafire explosion. I'm not exactly sure, but she's planning on stealing stuff.
That would not surprise me in the slightest because I know a lot of
Yeah, that's
mafia
what I'm
members have
saying.
gotten involved in controversies like that.
Why would she need? Why would she need the mechanical movements behind them? It's very easy. They go up and down.
Yeah. Well, speaking of stealing, what's his name? Snap apparently stole a whole show.
Snapper, yeah.
Yeah, the guy who was very dumb and left a freaking air. Oh god dang it! I forgot what it was called. A smoke machine. He left the smoke machine inside Fast's keyboard and it caught on fire.
Makes me wonder if his DeLorean was stolen too.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's-
god! He probably
that's
left
the
the
thing
keys in there.
A lot of these mafia members, like, they were friendly with Aaron at one point, but I think the thieving is what got Aaron to cut off a lot of them.
I don't blame Aaron on that one. If someone
Like
did that to me, I'd cut someone off.
Like if you
Absolutely.
if you brought people into your place and they just started stealing your crap and you just went wait a minute, where did my sock go? Oh, Piccolov!
In that full-size Donkey Kong machine, though, I can show you guys that.
What about
And
the
what-
Donkey Kong machine?
I have a full-size Donkey Kong machine.
That's pretty cool.
Then I got off Craigslist. I picked it up myself.
It is on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the Mario movie?
I did. I liked it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really fucking good.
it's so good. Me and Dew went back to watch it twice.
I saw it twice, honestly. Once in regular. Well, I saw it once in the regular version, not 3D, because I wanted to see it at the first showing. But then I saw it in 3D afterwards. Pretty good movie, honestly. I like the part where Bowser sings that song about Peach. That was pretty fun.
I also want to ask you, I think before you mentioned that you've worked under Factor, was that like you exaggerating, or was there
What I
actually some
did
sort of like
was I
agreement?
I would basically snitch on people, like what I did with, what's her name? Piccolov.
Right.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense because like there have been other people that like report things to Factor in the past that I'm aware of.
Yeah. That's rightfully so. These people are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And at
He
least
does keep tabs on a lot of the community.
At least I've learned from my mistakes. Unlike Travis, who's still probably touching kids to this day.
Yeah, Travis like just refuses to address anything.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know how he gets away with it, honestly. It's so stupid. I guess because
He gets away with it through like multiple odd accounts or just like through people that he knows he can trust.
Yeah,
Well,
him and
that
Piccolo
report
both, they
of
do a lot of the
YouTube-
slimy shit under alt accounts, so like they aren't taking accountability under their main names.
Disgusting, man. Honestly, looking back, I thought what I did was disgusting, but I think what they're doing is disgusting even more. Like, they're worse. Like, they'll do worse shit, man. I don't know why we got to do a what's it called, Chris Hansen operation on them. That would be funny.
Imagine Chris Hansen in the Rockafire community. Granted, Pete, you'd probably be one of the people interviewed by Chris Hansen, but still be entertaining.
Have a seat, Travis.
All right, Travis, I'd like for you to take a seat over there. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be fun.
Do you remember back in, I think it was like 2022, that a lot of people were confusing you for Bobby? I think
Who's Bobby?
Andrea and her boyfriend Bobby like went to creative
that
engineering.
Bobby.
Everyone thought that was like you.
I mean, you do look alike.
You do, yeah, you do look really similar.
You got the glasses, you got the build,
The
you got
mullet.
you got the hair.
That kid ain't right, Bobby. Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you that I don't know if he's aware, but he's being cheated on.
Yeah, what do you know about that? I'm kind of interested.
She sends people nudes. I know that.
Was that before or after the Lewd Puppies orgy group chat?
But this was last year in, I'd say, like July. Yeah, last year in July.
Ah.
From what I remember. That's what I can tell you.
How'd you find out about it?
Because she did it.
With you?
Maybe. I don't want to say enough because I don't want her coming after me. But
I
Wait.
doubt she'll come after you.
we're just
So-
gonna leave it-
Hang on. So are you saying Andrea sent you nudes?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa, can we see?
No, because then she was trying to get me arrested. That's illegal in my
Yeah, that's
state.
fucking revenge for. Don't send that.
She'll try to get me arrested. I'm not doing that. Yeah. Unfortunate. She's not that
So,
hot anyways.
When did you and Andrea start talking? Because didn't she put out like Instagram stories about you?
Yeah, so this would have been, me and none of her friends started talking back in, let's say, the summer of 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, you got added to a group chat with her or something?
No, I just was friends with one of her friends, and that's what happened.
So how did that duel to you getting, well, boobs from her?
Well, I guess this week talked, and it just kind of naturally happened, but I didn't send
That's
anything,
mind-blowing to me.
It's that easy?
Well, she's kind of,
Well, it makes sense considering all the porn drawings he's drawn in the past.
yeah.
I remember seeing this one artwork that was like an orgy of all these bunny
California
mascots,
raisins.
like the Trix Rabbit, the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, I don't get it, bro. It's weird. She's a nutcase, for lack of a better.
Can you repeat that?
She's kind of a nutcase, for lack of a better word.
A nutcase?
An interesting critter.
Interesting critter. I'm dead.
Speaking of interesting critters, I do want to ask you about your persona. Like, what? You have this, like, Foxx character with a mullet. I think you changed it for
Back
Pistol
to the
Pete.
skunk. Back to the skunk character that I
Okay, you're a skunk now.
Yeah, but that was the original character in 2020.
Okay. So you went from a skunk to a fox to a skunk again?
Yeah, went back to my original character because I liked it better.
Okay. How did you choose a skunk? Like, they're very nasty animals, for lack of a better word.
It has to do with a webcomic that I like called Sabrina Online. It's a pretty interesting comic for the furry community back from I think 97. It's pretty good, but
Oh, that's old.
yeah, I was inspired by a webcomic.
So what kind of things have you been doing to, like, improve your situation since 2021? Because you said a lot has happened the past couple years.
Yeah, so I talked to my friends. They're pretty nice. I'm going to be moving in with one of them later, maybe next year, which is good.
Mhm.
It's good.
And I've been trying to go outside more. That's definitely a good thing. Eat less, go outside more.
Yeah, that's good. Touching grass.
Touching grass. And one of the things I still like is the Rockafire explosion. That thing will always make me happy for some reason. Even if the community is insane, the show is pretty good.
The community's kind of like a wormhole. You can never really leave it.
Yeah.
You always get sucked back into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels good to actually notice that I've been doing something, and I feel better too. I don't feel as angry or anything anymore. I feel good.
Yeah, I've noticed your entire demeanor has actually changed since
Good.
2021 too.
Yeah, you're nice. You're a nicer fella.
I sure am.
So I think you mentioned back then that you saw you were seeing a therapist, right?
Yeah, I still see
So-
them.
Yeah, were you pretty open with them about the controversies you've been involved in?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I was.
And have they been helping you out?
Yeah, they've
With
been
that?
helping me. I feel
Mhm.
like things have really been working out. I feel good now. Like, it feels good to feel good.
And like a lot of people were telling you back then, even though they didn't really necessarily care for you, they still want to see you get better so you aren't, like, harming any minors again in the future.
Yeah, of course. I have friends who knew I could do better, and they really also inspired me to get to where I am now, where I'll be in the future.
Well, those are some good friends that, like, aren't afraid to call you out on your shit, but actually
Oh,
do want to
yeah.
help you get better.
My friend Morgan especially, she is really good at that. I really appreciate it. She's been around here since 2020 for me. And and shouts to her. I really appreciate what she's done for me.
Shout out to Morgan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Morgan. I also want to ask you about Money Machine. Maddie and I were actually re-listening to it earlier.
I think
What was the motivator for you to upload that song to YouTube? Because that became a pretty big fucking meme back in the day.
pure insanity. Pure insanity.
Yeah, there was so much fucking bass in your microphone at the time. We goofed that it sounded like you were rapping to the Nokia ringtone.
Yeah, you think you're so fucking cool, huh? Yeah, I remember.
Would you ever consider doing a remastered version of Money Machine?
No, but I did, maybe. But I did Gary Come Home Again.
Because it would be a funny video, to be fair.
Well, you know what? I'm down. I'll set you the audio.
You just got to figure out, like, a better microphone to record on.
Yeah, of course.
I think you should buy a new one instead of using a webcam.
Yeah, you might be able to do that if your job's
I
making you enough.
I'm gonna use the freaking PSP microphone.
PSP microphone.
Yeah, the one that came with the PSP.
Also, with the apology video, what was going through your head when you did all these, like, these funny edits, like the concept unification music, the VHS
I'll
overlay,
be honest with
the
you.
badoop in between your words?
I couldn't even explain what went through my head at the time. I feel like I was just some sort of an enigma where I pull off the stupidest shit for no reason.
Yeah, you reminded me of like an anime character who's fallen from grace and is like trying to redeem himself.
is
It
my
was just so like
redemption arc.
dramatic. Like, I think if you would have done that video just like talking from the heart without all these like goofy effects, it might have been received a bit better. Obviously, like people would still criticize
yeah.
it, but
Oh yeah.
you just went full like lolcow mode for that apology video,
I
even
sure
doing
did.
a trailer for it.
And you know what? I could be like Chris Chan, so I at least I didn't.
Yeah,
go that
you're the
far.
first person I've ever seen who's done like a trailer for an apology video.
That's good. Yeah. No, most of the stuff I did, I look back on and laugh at.
It's really the best way of handling it, like
Yeah,
laughing
it was,
and
like,
learning from all your old mistakes.
it was funny.
Mm-hmm. There's like people do a lot of dumb shit in their past, obviously not to the extent you were back in 2021, but you know, people are capable of growing and changing for the better.
Yes, of course. Did you hear that? Of course, Aaron's moving to a new building.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've been keeping up on some of the updates for that.
Hopefully, I can
still
do that.
moving. He's taking a while.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff in there. I've been in that building. There's so much crap in there. You wouldn't believe the amount of just stuff that's in there.
Yeah, it looks like he's starting up a museum for the Rockafire. That'd be a pretty cool
I'm
concept.
gonna see. Hopefully, I can see that one day.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see Fats in a glass case.
That's an glass case. Well,
It's the monkey enclosure.
I think on Twitter he responded to me. He said that he was going to get every show he had working again.
I can't wait to I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see all the Moonrocker fans go, oh my gosh, the Moonrockers are getting restored. Yeah.
Moon Rockers tape, by the way, which contains more than that song everyone's heard. There is more.
Yeah, I've heard about I think it's called the Cyclops Boogie.
Yeah, there's more songs than just the main Moon Rockers song. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be cool. Let's see when that comes out. If you're watching this, Aaron, hey, what's up?
Speaking of creative engineering, I think one of the first messages you sent me back on Instagram, like you teased that something big was going to happen September 2022, I think. What was that you were
I
referring
don't
to?
remember. I straight up don't remember. I mean, what you're saying rings a bell, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, because I remember I included that in the first video I did.
When apparently, when you made that first video, how I found out about it was Aaron sent me an email.
Oh, he emailed it to you directly.
Yeah, that's how I found out.
Okay, so the message you sent was, anyways, CEI will be better than ever in 9/2022. See you then, lol. Then I responded with K, and then you were like, maybe by then you'd have actually gone outside instead of bitching about people for attention on the internet. And then I made the joke about going outside and playing on the monkey bars.
Oh, how are the monkey bars, by the way? Did you actually go on the monkey bars? How was it?
No, I don't have any monkey bars around here, sadly.
They're great.
So, Pete, do you actually have any recommendations for what you think the Mafia should do to get out of their weird fucking degenerate positions?
Leave the internet.
That's some pretty solid advice.
Just give up on the Rockafire explosion. You will never have the connections you had in your life again. You will never have any official connections. You will never have a sanctioned official show. Your program box sucks. It's glitchy. That's what I think.
So how long did you actually leave the internet back then? When you
I'd say-
actually went on your break?
I'd say I kept the burner account top to
Uh-huh.
front. I'd say like a good 6 months. Maybe.
It's not bad. What can happen in 6 months?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, it's nice to see you are improving. It's a good thing.
It is. I'm proud of myself.
What kind of memorabilia do you have on Chuck E. Cheese or Rockafire?
I have a ticket muncher. But it's not in this garage, it's in my mom's house. But I have a ticket muncher. And I have a bunch of wall art from a closed location.
Refresh my memory. What exactly is a ticket muncher?
The thing you put the tickets in when you're done playing the game, when you get the receipt.
Okay. How'd you get
Yeah.
your hands on that?
Dumpster.
Dumpster. Well, to be fair, we all find our things in the dumpster.
Most people do, yeah.
I had a friend who worked at Chuck E. Cheese up in Columbia, South Carolina, and he found a Looney Bird eyelid in a box.
I think someone found out that we were finding things in a dumpster, and then they personally just told the employee to destroy everything once they move it out the store.
Oh, yeah. Crazy that Chuck E. Cheese destroys the robots. They could sell them back, or they could They just throw them out. They could at least sell the scrap metal to recycle it, and get money. They just throw them in landfills.
They kind of don't because, the bots are old and out of date.
Yeah, but they could be refurbished and put in the collector's hands or something,
Yeah, it's just like they stopped caring about the animatronics.
I mean, I'm not surprised. They just break down beyond belief. They're a maintenance nightmare for the average employee.
Well, they're only a struggle to fix because they don't have the knowledge of how to repair them, even though
Of course.
you just gotta find someone out there who knows how to actually fix them and get them running to their better condition again.
So where I live, the same guy who worked on our show for all this time was the same dude who installed it. So they were always in good shape where I lived because it was the same guy working on them for 40 years. I would imagine at some locations they get a new guy. I would assume they threw out that Rockafire user manual and they wouldn't know what they're doing.
Something else I want to ask you, Pete, how on earth did you fall for Roxy Foxy Uwu back in I think it was 2022?
I was kind of terribly, honestly.
Because it was such a goofy account. I'm kind of surprised it worked.
Me too.
Especially
Me too.
when Breadstick sent you that picture of this Snapchat filter over his face.
God
Made him
damn
look
it.
like a frog.
It was so retarded. I don't know what happened to me. I used to be a completely different person. I'd fall for anything. I was stupid. I don't know what happened, man. I'm happy it changed, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd say being goofed on by the internet can be a huge wake-up call for
That's
a lot of
for
people.
real.
Once you're goofed on, you're like, well, I think I might have been a bad person.
I've been a bad boy.
Any other questions you can think of, Maddie?
Can you play your Donkey Kong machine?
I can't stretch out my webcam that far for y'all.
Oh.
It's attached to my monitor, so
Did you save off the pedo stats?
I still have a mustache, but it doesn't look that bad.
Do you still have the mullet? Oh, can we?
Can
Can we see it?
I cut the mullet. I want
Oh my
to
God.
bring it back.
Your new and improved look.
Face reveal right now. Face reveal.
I
Let's
haven't-
see it.
Okay, so I just got back from a walk. I haven't showered or nothing, so I'm gonna look horrible. But
Do you shower?
I do shower. But
Okay,
I
good.
just have some.
Why would you ask him?
It's a funny
I
question.
He's on his path to redemption. He'll shower every day.
I
Yeah,
do.
that's
just
part
got
of
back from
redemption,
working
showering
out
every day.
stuff, so I look
Mm.
horrible right now. I don't know how I look. I might as well just pull out my phone and use it as a mirror. But I look terrible.
Oh my God! The glow up. The glow up is
Try not to
real.
blow up, bro. I still look pretty bad.
You still wear the Rockafire shirts that you used to?
Right now I'm wearing an MTV shirt. I'm just wearing
Oh.
all my throwaway shirts right now, man.
Mhm.
I only got this game. It's Pac-Man. This was left outside, and I have to. Well, what?
And your truck.
No, my truck.
Yeah, is that yours or your
Yeah.
parents or?
Technically my dad. But I drive it. I wish I had one of those bots, but those are near impossible to get your hands on at this point.
Yeah, unless you know people, and those people might be twisted. So
I don't got the 16K to buy Billy Bob and Looney Bear.
I don't know. They're not even worth that much. $16,000 for a Billy Bob or a Looney Bird. Even that's way too much.
I honestly don't know where people get that amount of money.
Lottery or jobs.
Or rich parents.
David Ferguson probably gets the money from his parents or something. There's no
Probably.
way that guy has money.
I'm surprised he still hasn't gone sober yet after everything that's happened.
Yeah, for real. The fact that I went sober before him is just pretty funny.
He's still
Wait,
drunk.
Were you drinking back then?
No, I wasn't drinking.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I mean? He's never changed. I'm proud of myself that I got there before he did. I don't think he'll ever get there, though.
Oh.
Yeah, the fact you're actually working to better yourself and have taken public accountability, shows that you are on a better path than these mafia people.
Of course, yeah. They're terrible people. We all know.
Right. Say we got a good 37 minutes of interview footage. Do you have any closing words you'd like to say to the community?
Well, I apologize for everything I did, and I love all of you.
Yeah, I'm really wishing the best for you because, like I said,
Same here. I wish the best for all of you guys.
Yeah.
Same, brother. Same.
I'd like
Listen,
for
Wolves.
everything
Hey.
in 2021 to be in the past. None of that stuff to resurface or for you to go on a relapse. And
My past does not define me. My future defines me.
that's good.
Facts. Facts.
That's some powerful shit.
If I ever go to the Creative Engineering Museum, I'll still get some. I might go out and make a new YouTube channel and maybe upload some footage and whatnot. But we'll just
Oh my
have to see
goodness.
what happens.
The Peter Keys reboot.
Just gonna make sure you don't talk to minors, like even if it's like with friendly intentions. You never know if someone's fucking running a catfish account or if the minor's like
yeah.
gonna try and like hit on you and make you.
I watched a
Say
lot of
anything
Chris
weird.
Hanson and stuff like that. You see it happen.
Mhm.
So I know my way around.
Giving my closing thoughts here, this is the first time I've ever called Pete, and I want to make it clear that I'm obviously against everything he did back in 2021. I was the one who exposed it to thousands of people. I uploaded the videos warning the community about it, and if Pete ever does anything like that out of line again, you can bet I'm going to be fucking furious, and I'm going to be the person who hops on YouTube to cover it. But 2 years have passed, and I wanted to see if he took any of our criticism to heart, and if he's actually attempting to change his life. If he's genuine about all this, I honestly wish him the best in his journey of self-improvement, because nothing can change what happened in the past. But if we can make a difference in changing a person's outlook on life and helping lead them towards a better future so they aren't harming people like they have in the past, I think that's truly a victory for everyone.